Hello everyone, and welcome. Before the cinematics and tour, I ask for a bit of your time. This is my suburban neighborhood project that has been in the works for over 11 months now. It is a showcase not only of my signature suburban style up until this point, but also my work as a planner and designer as a whole. The development consists of 7 homes following 4 different floor plans that contain from 3 to 5 bedrooms in addition to a community pool and park. The parts will be divided starting with the main roads and landscaping, then with each following part showcasing a different house in the complex. More information will be discussed in the tour, but for now, welcome to Parkton Ridge. And now, on to the tour. I designed this plot to where it would be fully functional on a regular plot, but for viewing purposes I'd typically place it on a corner plot like in the tour. The main goal for the front was to have the homes blocked by trees to create a sense of privacy and enhance the upscale feel of this particular neighborhood. My idea for this plot is that it is the beginning or a phase 1 of a larger development that will feature more homes in the future. That idea contributed to my decision to balance out the lot sizes, which left a larger space in the front that became the community amenities. All road signs, for sale signs, and the Parkton Ridge sign in the front are created by me and can be found in the description of this video. The amenities in the front contain a small pool area and playground. The overall style for this is not overly traditional or craftsman, but rather the in-between space that has become my personal suburban style. As mentioned earlier, there are 4 floor plans, 1 with 3 bedrooms, 2 with 4 bedrooms, and 1 with 5 bedrooms. This project is a different approach to a floor plan series, providing the layouts in context rather than by themselves, and it also makes for a pretty cool plot. In total, the plot has 3 4-bedroom homes, 2 5-bedroom homes, and 2 3-bedroom homes. 3 of the 7 are furnished to showcase the feel of the homes and serve as a blueprint, but the other 4 remain empty. For the showcase homes, I wanted to encapsulate a typical family home that might not be the most aesthetically appealing, but lives and breathes suburban living. Since the idea is that this is a new development, the unfurnished homes are simply for sale or haven't been moved into yet, and some spaces are not as cluttered with the idea that the family has just moved in. I will cover more of my thought process in the unscripted voiceover, so if you wish to hear more, stay tuned. That's all from me. Enjoy the rest of the tour. welcome back, and good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. And just welcome to the voiceover and speed build for this. I guess I'm calling this like the suburban neighborhood, maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there, and yeah, it'll be fine. But this is something almost, like, it's not entirely different from what I've done before, but it's a different concept, but it's a lot of the same. And my whole goal for this project is it's kind of my last experience with that kind of generic suburban style that I've done a lot of. I'm just getting really bored of that style, and I'd like to branch out, do a lot of things different, which I know I've mentioned several times, but I checked this when I first started editing, but this video has taken me several days to work on because it's just a lot. This is going to be a 9-part speed build, which is, it sounds like a lot, but in reality there is this part, which is all of the like early stuff. Then, and by that I can't just say early stuff and then I'll elaborate. Like the roads, the landscaping, the community stuff, like the pool, playground, that sort of thing. And then there's going to be another part, which is me adding details after I've started on the houses, and I'm separating that one because it's like you might want to come back and do it later after you've finished doing the houses if you decide to build the entire neighborhood. But then the remaining 7 is going to be 1 part per house. I'm going to do the fully decorated ones first, and then like the last 4, I think, that aren't decorated will be like the later ones. So if you want to build the whole neighborhood, you can, but if you want to build just a certain house from the neighborhood, you can also do that. And that's my plan for this. I mentioned in the tour that this is kind of my alternate way of doing a floor plan video, because I've tried to do a floor plan video before, and it was just very boring to record, and I didn't even make it to editing because I lost interest, and I decided to do this instead. For reference, what I started to say earlier, but then I kind of got sidetracked, is if I'm correct, the first clip of this, which you're seeing now, is from like August 27th, maybe, of 2023. So this isn't a project that is worth almost a year. It's certainly not. If I had actually worked on this for a year straight, it would have looked a whole lot different than it was now. But this project has been on the back burner really ever since I started it. That whole like August, September, I was working on the Bright Family Farmhouse, which I released that September. Then from there I was working on the Colonial House that I canceled, and then the Modern House that I canceled, and then the Craftsman House from March, and then the latest Craftsman House that I'm working on currently. So this has always just been a plot that I've had that I didn't want to delete because I did quite a lot in the first few weeks. And I thought that it was, like, I had done enough to justify keeping it. I just didn't have any motivation to work on it. So, like, by December or so, I think I might have started decorating. I don't know, I'll have to check the clips for that. But this project pretty much set with 1 house finished, and it probably took me 5 or 6 months to decorate that gray house on the corner. And then the day that I started recording everything was the day that I finished the blue house, and I said, I'm just done with this. I can't anymore. It's been unfinished for so long that, like, I'm sorry if you wanted a fully finished neighborhood, but I don't have it in me. It's not gonna happen. And the point of this is for you to add your own touch if you decide to recreate this entire thing. This is my part. I have done my fair share. I have made all of the houses, and I've decorated some of them to kind of give a reference for the style I would go for. And I tried to make all 3 of them different, to where one of them was like more of a less focused on the design, more of just the practicality. And then one of them was like all very traditional and well kept. And then the other was just what I would say like a regular house. But this plot is expensive. Not quite as expensive as I anticipated. I think part of that is just due to me just being done with it and kind of giving up by the end. But I had fun working on this in the very beginning. And heck, even at the end, I don't regret anything about this. I gained a lot from it, and it helped me, like, work on just my planning skills. And before, in the days pre-YouTube recording, all of that, I had made a neighborhood several times. The first one I did was like a 4-plot, just a T, where there's the 2 roads that intersect in the middle, but then they completely go to the outside of the plot. And with the 4 spots, and me and my friends each made a house on there, but it just took a while because trying to, trying to coordinate when we could, FaceTime, and then when we actually wanted to get on, and then when we wanted to build, and it was quite a bit. But then from there, I decided to do just a whole neighborhood by myself. But this was still pre-YouTube, and I hadn't really gone through the process of making something that large before. I had tried to do a city, but it was very expensive and very laggy, and my little laptop just couldn't handle it. The neighborhood featured the same fate. The second one, that is. And everything was just super simple because I wasn't putting the proper amount of effort, time, and money into each house. So then for this one, I really wanted to make it just no limitations. I'm putting full effort into each house, and if it's going to be laggy, it's going to be laggy. And I mean, it's what, 82% plot data? It's a lot. But it's not just a single house that is that much. There's 7 of them. So it kind of makes sense. I haven't done the official calculations, but you know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm thinking the whole plot is 1.375322 million. If we take off about, I think I was at 650 when I started doing the, I haven't been paying attention to the money in the corner. I probably should have. But I was at 650,000. So if we say I've spent 120,000 on that, factor out another 10 or so that's at 1.245. Then I probably spent around 200 or so decorating. No, let's go 150. Oops. I'm very bad at this. And then divide by 7. So we're okay, that's what I thought. We're looking at about 150,000 per house. And that is without any decoration, just the house itself. But the kitchen is done, it's a fully finished house. There's just no decor. So if you want to, if you just want to make a house that I've made, but you don't want to use my interior decoration, here's your option. I'm very proud of these layouts that I made. I think that I did a very good job of them, of just maximizing the most out of the space. Because this little house on these small little plots, I managed to make a 5-bedroom one without tiny bedrooms. They were all a regular size. So I'm very proud of that, as a planner and builder as a whole. But yeah, there's there's so much that I could talk about this that I don't want to talk about it all now, because then I won't have anything to talk about later. And I'm not going to go into specifics with the houses because I plan on doing a voiceover for all of the builds, maybe not the unfurnished ones. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. But I'm just going ahead and finishing this off now and getting this out so I can put more efforts in my current main project, and hopefully I can get that out by September. But that house, it's a lot again, and when I'm just trying to constantly improve and put my full effort into each space, it takes a lot of time. So that one, it's probably going to be a bit, but I mean, this is going to be 9 videos, so that kind of covers the fall mostly. And I'm not going to try to put them off too much. But I'm back in school. It's August. I started August 1st. So I don't have the summertime to put all of that time into editing and recording and building, and I'm going to do it as soon as I can, but it might be a little bit between videos. Please don't spam comments. Where's part 5? I still need to finish this. I promise I'm not forgetting about it. I just don't have the time for it. So yeah, there's not much left here. So I do still have a couple things I need to do today. I started recording this. No, did I mention that? I don't know. I didn't go to sleep until very late last night, and I am currently running off of fumes. So there's just, I'm coasting in, the fuel tank's on 0. I'm running off of hopes and dreams. So I'm not going to stay too much longer, but I've pretty much done the entire, basics of this. I forgot how much I did in this first clip, because I think this is all one video, maybe 2 of them. No, it's 2, because I had to split the second one because I accidentally started on the first house. But the next video will look a little weird because I'll still be working on neighborhood stuff, but there'll be houses built. So don't freak out. That's just for, part 1 is, this is the core of the neighborhood. Here's your tour, here's your basic stuff. And then the second one's going to be, like I said, to where houses have been built, but this is me coming back and adding finer details, but it's still important for all of the houses, not just the individual parts, and then we go on to each video. So yeah, there's a lot more I can say, but I'm going to save that for the next video. Thank you so much for watching if you've gotten all the way to this point, because this is a long video. My tour and floor plans were 30 minutes long, so if you've stuck it out this long, it really means a lot. So just thank you for staying here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.